Hey everyone, welcome to the Midnight. Oh, wait, never mind. This isn't the Midnight Podcast. This is like our little side episode. There's a lot of going on right now in politics and just in the world. Specifically, the whole raid at the Capitol. Sounds like a fucking video game fucking mission. We're gonna talk about this for a minute, or maybe like half an hour. We'll see. And if you guys like this kind of content, well, actually, no. What the fuck am I, a YouTuber?
If you guys
Um,
enjoy these side videos, leave a like.
Let us know.
Yeah.
we just want to get a good, hard, relevant topic out as soon as possible, just to discuss the nature of our world right now. Now, this is going to be. We're not going to hold back on our opinions. This is going to be very outspoken, loud, harsh, whatever. If you're not willing to listen to that, I'm sorry, man. Live in the real world. But with that being said,
I never knew politics would be so fun just to watch.
fun.
That it was just like it was like golf.
Like,
Well,
that
it's
was
probably
like
fun to
golf.
watch from another country, but we happen to be living in America.
Yeah, bro.
I live in the woods. I don't have to worry about this.
Oh man,
And
I love
I got a fucking bear to worry about.
the beginning of 2020, World War III, now Civil War, like
World War III will happen.
for the people who, for some reason, do not know what's going on, you're living under a rock and you don't know what's going on. And if you haven't opened the news, Congress or the Capitol building in Washington D.C. was essentially stormed by Trump supporters. Well, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to even call it stormed because they were pretty much let in without any troubles whatsoever, right? Like they had no problem just walking in there and start waving around their Confederate and U.S. flags, which I think it's really ironic to be waving around a
Dude,
Confederate flag.
aren't they hypocrites though? Because didn't they said they wouldn't riot. They would just comply with the.
Yeah, exactly. Like they said they wouldn't riot.
Here they go. Dude.
Yeah, they said only the left, libtards would do that, but clearly they were wrong. Trump kind of instigated it with his tweets and stuff, but crazy times we're living in right now. So,
dude, we live in the wildest times of both misinformation and just believing everything at the same time. It's insane. So for anyone who might be looking at this at the past or just doesn't know the exact details, basically at around now, all the times I'm going to say are all in Eastern. So Washington D.C., the Capitol building, I think the Senate or whatever, basically is going to double check the electoral college votes, and they were just going to confirm that Biden won. Now at around 1 p.m. Now I'm not entirely sure about the timeline about this part, but either Trump came out with a video claiming that the election was stolen, or these riots started happening first. But dude, riots ensued. Proud Boys, MAGA, or MAGA, however you pronounce it. Pretty much every, let's just say they're all both cousins and brothers at the same time over there in those fucking rallies. They all stormed the Capitol building, and for some reason, yeah, like Manuel said earlier, they were just basically let in by the cops. There was some resistance, but dude, there was definitely not enough because these motherfuckers stormed the building, went in, broke a lot of shit, stole some shit, sat on like, yeah, and man, it's just either way you look at it, Republican, Democrat, fucking whoever you are, this is just insane, man. And it got to the point where I might be wrong about this, but based off of what I've heard at the moment, now we're recording this on the same day. It's currently about 8:30 Pacific time, so it's about 11 Eastern.
16.
Who knows what's going on right now?
June 6th. January 6th.
January 6th. Yeah.
Wait. Before you say, remember when I told you, are you ready for January 6th yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is this related?
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Some crazy shit.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, it's insane, man. Now
Because people were like, they were expecting to be all controlled because that's what they said they would do, and they break into this thing and fucking riots and shit, and they end up hurting.
Yeah, dude. Today was absolutely insane. Now, I have some details from CNN, The Washington Post, and some Fox News shit. I tried staying as unbiased as possible, but obviously that's not going to be completely true. But I'm just going to say some facts here. People started storming the Capitol at around 1 p.m. They were calling cops traitors for defending the building, which is just completely insane. They entered the building and the House floor was evacuated, including Mike Pence, who was counting the electoral votes at the time. At around 3 p.m., there was a standoff. It seems like during that standoff, sometime before or after, some woman, who I believe was a civilian, was trying to climb into the building and was shot. I don't understand how she was the only one who was shot, but I mean, I don't know what was so important about her in particular, but the details around that are really hazy. But whatever, an unfortunate death. Eventually, around 3 p.m., rioters started to be cleared out of the Senate floor, and then around 5, the entire place seemed to be secured. Lawmakers eventually returned to the Capitol building, and as far as I'm aware, I think they've continued to count the electoral votes. And basically, a lot of shit about Trump happened. Not only did he come out with some nearly propaganda video, but he tweeted out a couple things that were almost inciting violence, nearly, while at the same time trying to remain like, oh, I'm the good guy here. Please, everyone go home.
Yeah, please go home, but... what he's doing at that point, this is going to be the first time where he used this social media platform, and overall it's just his position to just get something that he wants. It's exactly. It's hard to be unbiased, but man, you just look at this kind of stuff, and it was gonna come, right? Something like this was gonna happen. It happened at a weird time, but their party said it wasn't Republicans weren't the kind of people to do this. But then again, here we are, and we're talking about it. Who isn't talking about it? This is national news at this point. It's kind of embarrassing to call yourself an American, because I'm sure every other country is looking at this, and I don't know how you would not be ashamed of that. We can't even keep our people in order. We literally had our Capitol building.
In China, they protesting as well.
For a democracy like the United States, this is it's both an example of how much free speech the human being has, and how much respect they have for the fucking government that gives it to them.
Yeah, when they say your voice matters, do they mean yours and all of the 6 million other people that agree with you? For one voice matters.
Yeah. But going back to Trump, basically, I think this might be the first time. Now, he's been tagged with the whole, this tweet has, unsubstantiated claims in it. But this time around, 3 of his tweets have been completely removed from Twitter, and his account has been suspended for 12 hours with the risk of him being permanently banned. Now, that is insane. The whole idea of being on social media as someone with that much power is pretty unprecedented, and the fact that that power has been censored, holy shit, I have no idea what that means.
I feel like they did that because he was all saying that he was going to expose things from the government that they've been keeping from us.
I think they were just afraid that this motherfucker was going to keep saying stupid shit and keep getting people to get more riled up.
Yeah, because the situation escalated to really unprecedented levels. We didn't know this was going to happen a couple of days ago. It's just a lot of different factors of Trump just tweeting about the election was stolen, saying how he was cheated out of it, and then all of a sudden it just spiraled completely out of control. And it's weird because comparatively to the BLM protests, these are some rough estimates, right? Around over 10,000 people were arrested around the U.S. and police used pepper spray, rubber bullets, tear gas, all this different stuff. But when it came to this situation, it was really nothing.
They were literally holding their hand when they were leaving the politic house, whatever it was called.
Yeah, there was one instance where a police officer was taking a selfie with a rioter. It's fucking insane, dude. and
literally,
yeah,
there was gates around it, right, protecting it and all that shit. They literally opened up the gates for them. and they let them in.
I think, yeah, I'm not sure about the boundaries on the building, but the fact that they were able to go into the building in the first place, insane. And if you watch videos, right before
Dude,
the whole
they
rioting
had
starts, there were just
inside to get.
two cops being pushed back by an entire
Yeah.
crowd of people. This is your democracy. This is a very important day for democracy, and you only have like 6 fucking cops guarding the area. I have something more along those lines later, but just to finish up my little summary of notes, apparently there were fucking pipe bombs laid around the building. Now, I'm not sure if it was confirmed if they were real or fake, but there were a bunch of devices laid around, and police had to safely detonate them to double check. Now, I'm not sure how that works, but it sounds to me like those were bombs. And there was one instance where someone was caught with a bunch of zip ties. You know what you use zip ties for? Fucking kidnapping people. You can only imagine the kind of shit that would happen if they got even further in. Or if they got...
I'm surprised no one. I guess
into like the actual place where they were counting the votes. Like they had to evacuate everyone. You know, they literally were getting taken over by these people.
But anyway, let me see what else. Eventually, a curfew was activated at around 6 p.m. Eastern. At that time, the rioting kind of settled down a bit, probably because Trump couldn't fucking keep blabbering his fucking mouth. And also, going back to the whole Twitter locking his account for 12 hours, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms deleted his video. Yeah, so fucking social media has completely fucking wiped this guy off. They shut this motherfucker up for 12 hours.
That's because he's not part of the reptilians or elites, whatever you call it. That's what information that
At least the reptilians haven't fucking made our own American people fucking this fucking dumb, man. God.
I'm surprised no one. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm surprised no one like saw any documents from it later. Like,
no, I don't think they would keep anything in that building. If they were to hide anything, it wouldn't be in there. What else? And here's probably one of the most important pieces of information. I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but I'm just saying that just in case this turns out not to be true. It seems like Trump this entire time was watching the situation unfold, and his entire team or his cabinet or whatever was asking him to deploy the National Guard, and he refused. He didn't want to. And instead, Mike Pence fucking deployed the National Guard instead. Now, I'm not sure about the powers of the vice president, but I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen that way. So,
Trump, he knows some information. He knows some stuff, and he wants to make basically a riot to break down America. He wants to break it down and expose everything.
At this point, like, I don't know what these people are advocating for when they're literally waving around Confederate flags. And so what is their ultimate plan? They get in there, they overturn the election. Trump is president. That's not a democracy anymore. That isn't. Because he got president just because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like these were terrorists, basically. They took over the government. This was a similar situation.
Dude, damn straight. They were black in fucking body bags. Would have fucking been flying out that bitch. Dude.
I mean, yeah, all you have to look at the Black Lives Matter process and just see such a crystal clear difference, man, in how like the whole thing was conducted and how the whole thing played out, where it's just very, very different treatment in the ways they handled the situation. But it really is crazy. Like, America is just so divided now to the point where civil war doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore, man. Like, you think it's crazy, but like this thing escalated so out of control just because of social media, misinformation, all this BS, man. Like, it's just scary to live in these times, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we basically live in a time where the internet and what your little fucking niches of internet goodness or whatever, they're more important to you than any religion, any good moral or ethics. You see what someone you want to cock ride on the internet says, and dude, you start believing everything they say. That's what these people are. Now, whether or not you fucking like Trump, like his presidency, whatever. We may have different opinions, but whatever on that subject. But you have to admit, it's insane to think that one person can incite so much fucking violence. Now, I know the easy claim to do is say he's not responsible for the actions of others. But man, remember Charlesville in 2017? Basically, these fucking bigots. What was it? I don't remember the exact group's name, but they came in. I think one of them fucking ran over some woman or whatever. They had their little fucking tiki torches, shoving them around, basically just trying to promote white lives matter or whatever the fuck. And what he said was, there's good and bad on both sides. There's good people on either sides of this shit. Like, motherfucker, when you have bigotry in your country, I'm pretty sure it's your responsibility to expel that bigotry. There's absolutely zero tolerance when it comes to that kind of shit. You'll execute anyone as long as it doesn't align with your politics. But as soon as you have something like that, then all of a sudden there's good on either side. Ridiculous. And it's no different here, man. He's calling the people doing this, oh, they're great, they're special, they're fucking great, but make sure you go home after this because you don't want to get hurt.
It's gonna be like, look how much power I have on America, or the impact I have on America.
You gotta remember, man, he's not just a president. He's a celebrity. He's a billionaire, man. Like, he has more power than a normal president should have. But then again, I don't know. It really does reflect the American people that the fact that he even got into presidency, being a celebrity. I think we need to stop and actually think about it because he has so much influence on social media, right? I think once the age of social media really settled in and became the norm, all these claims of Russia being part and messing with the election results in 2016. It's crazy. This all happened via Facebook, online, Twitter. There was the Britannica controversy. It's really, really, really bad, man. There needs to be some more moderation. There is these social media companies, man. They don't care about you, man. They just care about your information and breaching your privacy, because that's all it comes down to. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. That you're just a product and you're just going to get used for what little power you do have. And they're going to make it seem like you don't have any power, blah, blah, blah. That's their plan. Because as soon as you stop believing that you have power, that's when they win. And I feel like that's how Trump got into office, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like him. And
Or you can claim to be the one who understands your power and understands your powerlessness and knows that you have the ability to enact change. Oh, I'm just like you guys, I'm pretty sure he said. Just they've taken this election. They've stolen this democracy
you're
from us.
Safe in your house, and these motherfuckers are climbing buildings. And dude, I don't know why they climbed that building.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
What did they fall, dude? What did they fall?
Motherfuckers were thinking they were Spider-Man while other people just walked through the front door. Come on, dude. Were you really climbing into the window, dude? There's a cop right there ready to hold your hand and walk your ass in. You don't have to do that shit. And I'm pretty sure there was one instance where they were screaming at the police, calling them traitors and shit to the country because they didn't want to participate or join in. I don't know what they were expecting. The fucking cops to put their guns up in the air and say, "Yeah, Trump, fucking 2020, whatever the fuck."
Like Iraq or some shit.
Yeah. Man. something a little more funny but also terribly sad. Not only was there a noose found outside the building. Now this is stuff that I've seen on Twitter, so this might not be accurate. There was a noose found outside the building, obviously insinuating that someone was about to get lynched, but a gigantic cross was fucking erected nearby. KKK shit right there. I'm surprised it wasn't an upside down cross being set on fire. They were one fucking cone hat away from being fucking KKK.
So many crazy videos on Twitter. I saw another one where it was essentially a recreation of the whole George Floyd situation, where they were reenacting it, and these two pro-Trump supporters, right? They were one of them had the knee on the neck. It was completely uncalled for, and It was just crazy.
Oh, dude, there's a video of the building inside, dude. Everything, papers all over the place,
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
It's like I said, like, what do you hope to accomplish with all this chaos? Like, nothing is gonna be like resolved by this. Like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, they didn't accomplish anything. All they did was just trash the place. And I'll prove the fact that they are also willing to protest and destroy shit. And also, the reaction from the police force, yeah, also gave us another indication on, how they actually feel. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Their whole stance on the situation, because even if they didn't have enough power, blah blah blah, whatever, they should have expected something like this to happen, or at least have been prepared to some degree.
Nah, man. You want to know why? Because they knew it was the fucking Proud Boys. They knew it was MAGA, and they thought, oh, these are our homies, dude. There's no way they're gonna fucking march upon us and attack us. Oh, that's the fucking liberals, the Black Lives Matter, Antifa. Those are the only ones who cause violence. Those cops were probably thinking.
Dude,
Then
they
all
were.
of a sudden, oh, you got your own fucking members attacking you, dude. Your own little fucking group of fucking bigots attacking you. Ridiculous.
Yeah, the Blue Lives Matter.
Yep. As soon as one cop
only
decided, now they're burning their fucking Blue Lives Matter flags. Dumbasses.
out of all those people that raided, only 52 were arrested.
Oh, was it 52? A couple hours ago I saw it was 15, dude.
No, it's 52 people now.
Jesus, man. Did good. In comparison with now, okay. Obviously, 2020 was a year of, a lot of misfortune. Some of that was the riots that happened. But you got to remember, riots erupted from a peaceful protest. Kind of like this one, I guess. Except the major difference was this one was against literal democracy. While the other fucking Black Lives Matter protests were all about just injustice. Now, people on the I won't designate a fucking side here, but people who disagreed with that, they claim that these rioters, right? Now these people destroyed cities. Dude, people were claiming that Seattle was burnt to a fucking crisp by these rioters. I promise you, Seattle's just fine. What, like a couple streets got fucked up? Dude, this was a Capitol building. This was an act of, well, like Manuel said, I'm gonna call it domestic terrorism. I'm not sure if that fits the definition perfectly, but come on, man, we're just one step away from these motherfuckers just firing their guns on people.
I won't be surprised if tomorrow there's like even more riots, since this happened like a little bit like late. And, like, people didn't know they were gonna riot tomorrow. They're probably gonna riot even more with guns and all that.
Man, I'm worried about
that. Would make 2021 worse than 2020 in my opinion.
No, it's definitely gonna happen.
Obviously there's a lot of deaths due to the coronavirus, and it really sucks that all the people affected to it, but man, like, this year did not start off like, well, man. It's just
what a complete disappointment in our government and in our fellow fucking U.S. citizens, man. Like, of the 13 people that were arrested earlier, before the 54 that have been arrested.
52.
Now. Yeah, 52.
And 4 dead.
4 dead? Really?
Yeah. Yup.
Oh shit.
The person who said that is verified as well. So 1 woman and 2 men.
Well, that's 3.
Wait, yeah, this bitch does. She needs to go to school or some shit.
Probably in addition to the woman who
another woman was shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when was this? Does it say?
4 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. All of my information is based off of a couple hours ago. If you're on our channel, I would hope that, we do a podcast. We just filmed that. It's up next week. We want to get this out as soon as possible.
Yeah, this was our 2 cents on it. We were a little bit, but, some crazy shit happened. So it was kind of hard not to talk about it.
Right. Man. Fucking absolutely disappointing. Now, the history books, dude. we always look back to history, and you know what they say: if you don't learn your history, you're doomed to repeat it, and all of that.
European, yeah.
Dude, I'm afraid that this time in our life, or not in our lives, but this time in history, it's going to be so cloudy, so clouded with misinformation. So much has happened, and so many lies have been spread. You have people pretending, or no, people claiming that Antifa, the fucking anti-fascists, you know that group who always wears their fucking mask to hide their identity? Yeah, they're
Oh,
claiming that they're
yeah.
pretending to be MAGA fucking Trumpers or whatever, going in, inciting violence. They're the ones who caused this. Dude, I'm sorry, man, but at least fucking Antifa wears their fucking mask. Like, are we gonna forget that we're still in a fucking pandemic? Man,
Coronavirus
I
is
assure you, most of those motherfuckers were not fucking wearing their masks.
I mean, what do you expect? Like that like what little percentage of people wearing masks, that clearly didn't matter, because the majority, like, this just goes to show why the pandemic's still raging on, man, because of shit like this.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even be surprising, but every day, man, just a new little surprise. It is. Really.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Say anything?
Very new.
All right.
Trump supporter and police inside the U.S. Capitol. It's Eric Andre Kissinger.
What?
All right. I found something, right? You were talking about like repeating history and all that.
Yeah.
A history of attacks on the U.S. Capitol 44 years after the weather on the ground or whatever. That's just a caption, but yeah, it just shows a Capitol building all destroyed 44 years ago.
Yep. Repeating history, man. These fucking MAGA country fucking sister kissing looking ass motherfuckers are trying to emulate their fucking ancestors, the fucking Confederates. Now, look. The Confederate flag is a complete fucking disgrace.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting, man. If you don't know your history lesson, a lot of fucking people who support the Confederate flag, even to this day, will always claim the same fucking shit. Oh, the Confederates seceded because their history, because of their culture, their way of living was being fucking attacked, and they had us fucking fight for their way of living. No, let's be real here. The only reason the fucking South seceded from the North was simply because Lincoln was going to fucking get rid of fucking slavery. Simple as that. They fucking left before he even got inaugurated, as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong on that. I'm not a history major. But it's embarrassing, man. These racist pieces of fucking shit think that waving their flag is a symbol of their fucking culture. Man, your culture has completely oppressed so many people. So many fucking families throughout the years. And now that it's your fucking turn to lose, you're getting mad, you're throwing up, you're fucking coming in your fucking pants in anger, storming fucking Capitol buildings, fucking waving your guns around, fucking abusing your Second Amendment right. Ridiculous. Your little fucking cult leader Trump, whether you like him or not, man, he's not your fucking god. Learn a lesson. Fucking sit down, think about what you're fucking saying. Think about what you do in your fucking life. And evaluate who you are as a person. Are you a fucking follower? Or are you gonna fucking think critically for once in your goddamn lives? Embarrassing, man.
I mean, these are the same
Completely
people
and utterly
who, skull jerk each other in those, Facebook groups, and stay in their little bubbles. So they're never. I guess just ignorance is bliss, man. It's just how it is.
Let's talk
Keep doing
about
what they're doing. Yeah,
dude. Who instigated this? Because there's a lot of factors. We got the fucking media. We have obviously Mr. fucking cult leader himself, Mr. fucking president. We have all the little fucking circle jerking groups on Facebook and some on Twitter, but come on, mostly Facebook. And every other fucking website that has any little bit of conservative fucking values. They're all just sucking each other off on there. It's the internet, man. The internet's the greatest fucking thing in the entire fucking world. And yeah, it has also produced some of the craziest and most unexpected fucking outcomes you could ever imagine. presidents, ever since the TV was fucking implemented in like American homes way back in the day, this, presidents have become less political and more about fucking who's more popular, who fuck your values, who's on your side, and who looks better. That's basically it.
I mean,
And Trump, Mr. fucking
you can
celebrity
literally say whatever you, but at the end of the day, you probably aren't going to do anything you're saying. You're just telling people what they want to hear, man. Like that's just any politician. You just change your beliefs based on what people want to hear, so you get elected. And once you actually get elected, nothing happens, man. You're in a position of power.
He's just giving up, dude. He hasn't done a single fucking thing this whole time.
You got money to build a wall, but no wall.
Yeah, fucking him and his little fucking family, dude. Isn't it wild that he got his family into his house, dude? That's insane. Just
his family to his house.
Yeah, his fucking what's it called? What's the fucking word called? Not house, but like his cabinet or whatever.
Cabin?
The Trump administration.
What?
He got his fucking. The Trump administration.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
Fucking Eric Trump and fucking Ivanka Trump are both in that bitch. Man, fuck all of this.
All of us? The fuck did we do?
No, all of this.
Oh.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna leave it there. We definitely had a lot of really
angry opinions.
Yeah, angry is probably the right word. Angry opinions. We were really heated. This whole thing was just crazy. This is happening today, so we just wanted to get this out as soon as possible, and have our thoughts out there in the world for everyone to see. If you agree, disagree, let us know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this kind of video, then let us know that too. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys. Whoever's watching, we appreciate all the support, any kind of support you give us, even if it's just watching the video. You don't have to comment, but we would
please, we would really appreciate you commenting and liking the video and sharing it with all your Facebook friends. Especially if you hate this video. You share it with as many people as possible.
All right,
every little bit.
That's it from us. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.